Let's start with something basic and profound. It's pretty trendy to end a yoga class with sounding a seed syllable Om 3 times.
Seeds what?
Seed syllable.
Okay, which one?
Om.
Om, okay.
Yes. Om is basically the sound of creation. All of the religions and creation stories of the cosmos all begin with the word or the sound. And I won't go into that right now, but you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
That sound is actually Om. And the way I spell it is A-O-U-M. And the reason for that is people don't know how to pronounce it correctly to actually harness its power. Sound is one of the creational forces in the universe, as is light. And the third one is consciousness. You must have an intention to create something, but then you need sound, and then you need light. Sound and light go hand in hand. Crystals are the physical embodiment, the highest manifestation of sound and light. The crystal healing bowls are so powerful because they create a sound that we can hear and that affects physical matter. It organizes molecules in a geometric fashion so that you can actually create a container for more light, because light travels geometrically. And if you are geometrically organized at a subatomic level, the possibility of illness is no longer present. So, just the sound of crystal healing bowls is the most powerful sound that there can be in terms of healing and tuning and activating the physical body. Because we are mostly crystal, we're silicon based, and we're mostly water, 87% water, 93% water, and water is a crystal. And so when you hear sounds, pleasant sounds, sounds like the crystal bowls, or classical music, or relaxation, meditation music, it organizes your water molecules to become beautiful and healthy. And sound also has the power to destroy. Edgy sounds like the didgeridoo, sirens, things like that, those are actually harmful to the body. The didgeridoo is not harmful, it's actually beneficial, because what it does is it breaks up abnormal energy in your body. It breaks up blockages. And sound is so powerful that they actually are starting to use sound to decimate and destroy stones in the body, like gallstones and kidney stones and things like that. At supersonic frequencies, sound actually pulverizes matter. So,
Ultrasound?
well, ultrasound, yeah. You know, ultrasound allows you to see the image of the fetus in your womb.
But a different frequency can burst stones and
right. And research has been done where they find out certain frequencies that will make abnormal cancer cells, because they're abnormally shaped, when they vibrate, they actually burst. Mm-hmm. And that's one way to treat cancer as an alternative to chemotherapy. But so that's all fine and dandy. So let's bring it back to the voice. I talked about some external sound healing tools. The voice is the most powerful and most remarkable for purposes of human consciousness, awakening, and healing physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual bodies, because it is built into our body. And the voice is powerless without the mind, and without the will, and without the intention and desire to create something or destroy something. Intention is behind any sort of healing work, be it energy healing, physical healing, emotional healing, crystal healing, sound healing. Even, you know, when you're going through medical procedures, the intention is the most powerful underlying factor as to whether or not you survive. And I won't go into the philosophy of that right now. So the thing is, our current society has been conditioning people to shut down their voice, to not speak out, to, you know, hold their tongue, to conform. When you speak your truth and your authenticity, you know, historically, you know, that is the, you know, you become a martyr, and people were killed for speaking their truth against injustice and things like that. So, you know, although we have freedom of speech in the United States, unfortunately the collective consciousness on the globe does not reflect that yet. There are many places in the world where if you speak your truth or if you speak against injustice, you will be killed. So, you know, collectively, the consciousness of humanity is still holding its tongue. And the throat chakra of collective consciousness is malfunctioning. You hear a lot of rage, you hear a lot of swears, a lot of insults, a lot of negativity. Most people who post on Facebook and Twitter, like, they have negative things to say about people and things. Because that's the way that people pervert the empowerment of the voice, is by cutting down other people. And that's problematic, and one of the things that I do is I reverse that by empowering people one-on-one to find the power of their voice. And the crystal bowls are a wonderful tool to facilitate that process. I meet a lot of people, mostly women, because of history, who have completely closed down throat chakras. And visibly, I can point them out in a crowd because they're usually crunched up like this, and their throat is like clearly visible, where it's wrapped in shrouds and things like that, and they have a mousy, raspy voice, and it's frail and it shakes when they get animated because they don't even know, they can't even handle the power of the voice because they haven't been exposed to their own power for most of their life. So what I do is I get people to open up their throat chakra. And before we actually focus on the word Om, we first need to get you familiar with how you breathe, because breath is the root of producing sound in the voice. So that is why it's like breath work is kindergarten. You know, you can learn how to breathe, that's all fine and dandy. But then, you know, when you graduate, or grade school, I should say, because breath work is a very deep, complex thing in itself. So it's called breath work grade school. And if you want to continue your education with a college degree, you should start to work with sound on top of the breath. Then if you want to get a PhD, that's when you start playing with crystals and movement and things like that. But we're not going to go there tonight. That's for my more advanced classes.